Good morning, everyone, and welcome to English 1301. I am your instructor. My name is Heather Fitch. We're going to have a good semester. This video is just to orient you to our Blackboard and to show you everything that's available. So we're going to get on in and get started. The first thing the instructions say, start here. So that's where we're going to go first. When you go into start here, the first thing you're going to see is a request to please add remind by sending a text message to the phone number 81010 that says, and it includes the @ symbol, so use that @ symbol, EG8CKB, and that again is on your start here, so you can see it yourself if you can't see it on this screen. The next thing available in your Start Here section is your syllabus, and we're going to look at that in just a moment, but I just want to quickly show you what else is in this folder. We have how to set up your KC email for the first time. This is also useful for connecting your email up to your phone, and that helps tremendously because there are times if I can't get Remind to work, or if the college has information for you, that we will use your KC email. I can't use any other email. If you email me from hotmama@yahoo.com, I can't respond to it legally because when you use your KC email, it verifies that you are the student I'm supposed to be talking to. So I can't send information about the class or grades or anything like that to anything other than your KC email or on Remind, because that tells me that you are you. So please check that out. I have a PowerPoint here, how to email your professor. It's not necessarily that we're all that picky, but emails are usually a little different from text messages, for example. So I think that's really useful. I have information here on the Writing Studio and tutor.com. Those are going to be very, very useful to you later on as we progress in the semester, because you are going to be writing essays for English 1301. That's what the class is about. It's composition. So the Writing Studio and tutor.com are both very, very useful, and I would encourage you to peruse those at your leisure. How to use SafeAssign. SafeAssign is the program that allows us to check for plagiarism when you submit your essays, so that's for essay submission also. Advice to new college students and 10 classroom tips for your first college semester. Both of these are just really wonderful articles that are written online. They're blogs from other people, and I just think they're great. So if you get a chance, check those out. All right, and then finally you have my contact information. Again, my name is Heather Fitch. I sponsor the KC Game Club and Sigma Kappa Delta, which is the English Honor Society on campus. Really wonderful clubs. If you're interested in either one, let me know and I will get you information. My office phone number is listed there. Now, 90% of the time I'm not in my office, but if you leave a voicemail, it comes through my email and I can hear it, and then I can call you back. So if you need to contact me via phone, that's the number to use. But my preferred mode of communication is either Remind, which is super fast, or email, KC email. Okay, so, and then my email address is listed here, hfitch@kilgore.edu. So it's just H and then my last name and then kilgore.edu. And here you see pictures of my kiddos. They're actually a little bit older than this now, but Jasper is the baby boy. He is almost 2 now. And then Amethyst, we call her Amy, she is 7. So those are my kiddos and me. All right, so that is everything that's in the start here. We're going to look at the syllabus together. I'm just going to pull it up. There's also, you can click here if you want a printable version of this, like a document, a Word doc. That's what that is, but it's the same thing that's listed here. Okay, so again, you have all of my contact information. If you need to meet with me, just let me know. We'll make an appointment. We can do Zoom, collaborate. We can do just about anything and meet together. We can do face-to-face, but with COVID, but we can do that. Okay, talks about email. Okay, course education materials. You will need both of these textbooks. The first one is called the Little Seagull Handbook. It is small, it is little, it is a handbook. That's it. You will also need, this one is probably the most important one. It's called Successful College Writing for Kilgore English. Successful College Writing is our main textbook. The Seagull Handbook has stuff on MLA. You will have a quiz from it later this semester, but the one we use more than the other is Successful College Writing. You can get both of your textbooks from the Kilgore College the bookstore. For those of you who are new and may not know, if you applied for financial aid, you can go to the bookstore and they can charge the books to your account so that you can go ahead and get them, and even if you haven't received your financial aid yet. So that is possible. You can also, if let's say you're just having a real hard time getting the handle on these books, if you go up to the college, Longview and Kilgore, I believe, and you just ask at the library, they may have a copy, or some of the tutoring areas frequently have copies that students can look at and use temporarily while they're waiting before they can get their books. But you will need both books. All right. This is an all online class, so it is essential for you to have a computer with internet, obviously. All online class. You won't meet me face to face at all unless we request it. So, okay, grades. We're going to have daily grades. We're going to have an exam, grammar exam. We're going to have 2 essays. I call them the choice essay and the research essay. I also call the choice essay the evidence essay. So if you see evidence essay somewhere in Blackboard, that's the same thing. Research is argument. So I interchange them. It's choice essay, evidence essay, same thing. Research essay, argument essay, same thing. So there's 2 essays for this class. Then we'll have the final exam. And that's pretty much it. Now, I want to note something on the grades before anyone panics. Frequently, I have students that get about 3 or 4 weeks in and they start looking at their grades in the grade book and they start panicking. And that's because, guys, we do grammar first, and grammar is hard. So, the grammar test is up front, and it will affect your grade greatly. However, your big grades are not until the end of the semester. Okay, the big grades are not until the end of the semester. So the time to panic is not going to be until later. So I just wanted to note that this course is bottom heavy. So it's you don't need to panic about any grades until the end of the semester. Of course, do your best, try your hardest, but the essay grades weigh so much more heavily than look at this. The choice essay is 15% of the grade. The research essay is 15% of the grade. Whereas these grammar exams that are going to show up first are only worth 10% of the grade. So, again, don't let yourself get panicked until later on. If we get to a point and you're not sure and you're worried about your grade, go ahead and email me, let me know, but I'll probably tell you the same thing. Not time to panic. All right, there is an outline and a general schedule here. You'll see a much more finite, detailed schedule in our course Blackboard, and I'll show you that in a moment. You'll be able to evaluate me at the end of the course and how we did. I reserve the right to amend and modify the syllabus as necessary. I usually don't, but if I need to, I will. Attendance, for you guys, attendance means doing your assignments on time. That's it. All right. Policy on makeup work. This part says it's from the college. It says, please contact me ahead of time if you have a pre-scheduled event. Let me know if something's a problem. But this part here is mine. We call it the no penalty zone. And this is just for my class. I offer my students an extra 24-hour extension on every assignment that is not a quiz or an exam or an in-class discussion or online. those assignments cannot be made up or rescheduled. However, on your essays, I give every student an extra 24 hours. So when I tell you that your essay is due on Sunday, you have automatically until Monday to get it done if you need to. And I do that for a very practical reason, because I like to put my due dates on Sundays, and that way you have the whole weekend to work and I have the whole week to grade. But I also know that sometimes the internet does not cooperate, and maybe you have to go up to the college to submit your work. Well, the college is not open. The computer labs are not open on the weekend. So that gives you until Monday that you can go up to the computer lab at the college and get that puppy turned in. Okay, Netiquette, be nice to me, be nice to each other. This is really good information that I'd like you guys to check out before we start doing the discussion board. So please give that a look. Instructor-specific policies, attend class on time. Most of this is for face-to-face, but just, things like that. Pay attention. Student grievances, students' complaints. If you have a problem with me, my preference is for you to come talk to me. But if we get nowhere and you just feel like you're not getting the answers you need, there is a complaint form. It's clickable. You can click on it. So there's that. Academic honesty. No copy and pasting, folks. I expect you guys to be academically honest. I'm academically honest. Let's be grown-ups. Withdrawal policy. If you need to drop this class at any point, it is your job to do it, not mine. So there is the full procedure for withdrawal is available to the student catalog, and there's a link you can click there. Campus carry, again, face-to-face thing. Okay, so this is our course objectives. By the end of this course, students will demonstrate knowledge of individual and collaborative writing processes, develop ideas with appropriate support and attribution, that means using research appropriately, write in a style appropriate to audience and purpose, read, reflect, and respond critically to a variety of texts, and use edited American English and academic essays. So those are our goals. And then this part right here, this graph right here is how we're going to be doing those goals. You can read through that on your own, but it's all very important. ADA statement. If you have a disability, I am happy to make accommodations for that disability. Mostly for this class, that would include giving you more time on quizzes and essays and exams. But if you want that and you need those accommodations, I have to have the paperwork from the Disability Services office. So if you need that, if you go to this, you can give them a call. There's the phone number right there. You can call them and they will get you set up. If you simply email me and say, Ms. Fitch, I have ADHD and I'm struggling to get through the quizzes on time. Can I have more time on the quizzes? I would love to, but I have to have the paperwork before I can do that. Okay. And in case the campus closes, there's what we do. But since this is an online class, most of that does not necessarily apply in this case. All right. Going back up, that is the syllabus. If you have questions about any of this, please email me. Let me know, or use Remind and Text. That is pretty much everything that we covered in the Start Here folder. The next thing I want to look at is the schedule. Now, I will be posting up lectures every week that go through what is due that week and maybe give you some extra information in the course lecture. However, the schedule's already there. Most of you have found it already. And it just tells you, here's what I need you guys to do on this week. So that's kind of, I think it's pretty well put together to where you can follow it pretty easily. But if you have questions, concerns, or something you're not sure about, always go ahead and feel free to ask. So the schedule is there available for you. It does say at the very top, unless stated otherwise, all assignments are open on Monday at 12:01 and they close Sunday at 11:59. Okay, so for example, quizzes, they open on Mondays and they close on Sundays. And that's how most of the assignments this semester will work. However, for example, So I can get an accurate count of who will and will not be participating in class, please complete at least one assignment before Friday of this week. So that's a different one, right? And the other one, I think, excuse me, there it is down here on your final exams. It says note the dates and times, pay attention to those, and we'll talk about those much more, but that's another date to pay attention to. That's not Sunday. All right. Throughout here, you're seeing in this schedule, it says review week 1 lecture, review quiz 1, do the grammar test, all of those. Every one of those are instructions, and they tell you to go back over here to the left-hand menu and click on something. That's what that is. So, for example, the lectures. Right now, there are no lectures posted. That's what I'm doing right now, and there will be more posted throughout the semester. But one of them in the first, right here, it says take the grammar pre-test, right? That's going to be in your exams folder. There's grammar practice here. Here's your grammar practice that you can read and check out all of these really interesting things about grammar. And then here's where you'll find the exam over here where it says exams. Now, right now, the grammar pretest is all you will be able to see. That's because we're in week 1 and it is open. But if you notice right here, it says grammar post-test item is hidden from students. It will be available after February 1st. So the exams will not pop up here until they are due. So I wanted you to be aware of that. They're already loaded in, but they're not going to pop up until the day they're due. Same thing with the quizzes. When we go into quizzes, you can look at that. Up here, it tells you what each quiz covers. So quiz 1, for example, covers chapter 1 in successful college writing and a little bit on subject-verb agreement. It's got more information here about the quizzes, but quiz 1, for example, is open because we're in week 1, but quiz 2 is hidden from students. It will be available after January 25th. So that's how the quizzes are going to work also. You will not see them pop up until it is time to take that quiz. Okay, the discussion board, I'm going to open that up and we're going to look at it. Discussion board, oh look, several people have already done it. So discussion 1 is just your introductions. You go in, you click on it, and you can read what I posted, and it gives you the instructions on how to respond in that thread. Okay, what else? Let's see. So the schedule tells you where to go, what to do when, and then here's where you do it. Tutor.com and the writing studio, again, will be much more important whenever we get started in the class and we have essays coming due. However, I want to go ahead and talk about these for a moment. Tutor.com is very, very useful because you can interact with live tutors. They are not from our college. They are from Tutor.com. They're hired by Tutor.com. They're paid by Tutor.com. They don't know anything about my assignments or what you might be doing in the class. So very important, when you go into Tutor.com, you have 2 free hours of Tutor.com that you can use anytime throughout the 8-week semester. And then that resets next semester. So let's say next semester you take another English class, you have 2 more hours of Tutor.com you can use. If you simply type in tutor.com into a new window, like that, it's going to make you pay for it. Don't do that. Instead, make sure that if you want to use tutor.com, you click the link in Blackboard there, and it takes you to it, and it automatically logs you in. See, it says, welcome to tutor.com, Heather, because I'm Heather. When you get yours in, it'll say, welcome to tutor.com, Brittany or Whitney or whoever else, who your name, right? So tutor.com is great for tutoring. They have stuff on grammar. But I would argue that you probably want to save it and use it for your essays. The writing studio is also super useful. The writing studio is here in Kilgore. Now, we actually do have live people at the college campus that you can go and visit them. And they can talk to you about grammar or essays or anything else in your classes, really. But the writing studio also has an online platform. So just like tutor.com, since we're doing an online class, you can do it from home. So it's kind of cool. When you pick up the website, click here for helpful resources, And one of the resources that you can do is to actually online interface. You can call in and they will pull up a Google Doc and work with you on your essays before it's time to turn those bad boys in. So really useful stuff. These are people that know me. They know my assignments. So the writing studio is fabulous for that. Okay, grade up opportunities. That is like extra credit, but I call it grade up opportunities because it's not necessarily extra credit, or just extra credit. For example, let's say you miss a quiz. Okay, this happens where in an online class, it's easy to do. Personally, I set alarms that remind me when stuff is due, but I use my phone, set an alarm, and that way I remember, oh yeah, I need to do my quiz before tomorrow. But not everybody does that. And I know that you guys work and that you have 10,000 other things going on. Sometimes you just miss the quiz. Okay, that's fine. Or maybe you just didn't score as well as you'd hoped. To replace that grade, write a summary of the chapter that quiz would have covered. So if you go back to quizzes, it tells you quiz 1 is over chapter 1 in successful college writing and subject-verb agreement. So it says, write a summary of chapter 1. 1 page minimum, must be written to the best of your ability in MLA format. So it tells you how to set up MLA format. If you go into Blackboard, it tells you where to go. So there's that. I will not accept any summary after March 5th. Extra credit, check every document in Blackboard. Hint, hint, hint. There might be some extra credit in them. Don't know. Not telling. And then complete the course eval at the end of the semester for an extra 5 points on your lowest final, added to your lower final exam grade. So there's 2 final exam parts, and it will add 5 points to one of those points. It's really useful, really helpful. That probably helps more than anything else. Okay, and then the calendar. The calendar is really great because you can see here, it tells you, oh, quiz 1 is due at least by the 24th. And it's kind of cool because in the calendar, you can click on it. And for you guys, it should have a link that'll send you to that quiz that you can go ahead and take the quiz that way. Super easy. And you can add all of your classes. For example, I can get rid of this one, get rid of this one, get rid of that one. You can get rid of all the classes you don't want to show up, but you can add any of the classes that you do want to show up. So it can actually show you all of your classes and their due dates all at once, as long as the instructor has added the due dates to the calendar the way I have. Okay, my grades. This is where you will see your grade for the class. The course grade will always reflect the most current, up-to-date overall grade for the class. Right now, the grade book, I'm just going to admit it, is not all put together, but it will be very soon. What I want to say, again, I cannot emphasize this enough. Don't look at that number. Don't look at that number, please. Don't look at that number. At least not until we get closer to the end of the semester, because you're going to look at that number and you're going to freak out. Don't let that happen. Instead, wait till you get closer to the end of the semester. Until then, just try your best. Do your best. Make sure you're keeping up with stuff. But that number will sometimes scare people, and I'm like, no, don't look at it till then. Yeah. All right. I think that I have gone through everything that I wanted to go through in this particular video. Again, I just wanted to show you the rope, show you kind of where everything is in Blackboard, how it's organized. I hope that much of it is self-explanatory and that you're able to follow it okay. But as always, any questions, any concerns, any issues, any problems, please email me or use Remind and send me a text, and I will help as quickly as I can. I do have 2 children, so sometimes I don't respond as quickly as I'd like to, but I try. Okay, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.